What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a look at the alternate art battle cards which are coming to the Energon Edition Transformers TCG Super Mega Awesome product. I think that's the official name. You see, the Energon Edition is coming out, well, it's actually going up for pre-order in just 2 days' time, on the 2nd of December, and I did a whole video showing you everything about it. The one thing I was unable to show you was the alternate art cards, because they hadn't been revealed. Now, we looked at the alternate art characters, but we hadn't been able to see the alternate art battle cards, so I thought, right, that's a little bit mean of me, that's a little bit cheeky, but now that we've got the artwork, we can show them off. And as a quick side note, the art for all of these is amazing. If you see any of the artists posting on Twitter, Facebook, etc., as they tend to do, take a minute of your time to tell them what a great job they did. I try and make an effort of doing so. Please do, ladies and gentlemen, because frankly, this is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, with all of that borne in mind, let's have a look at the ones we're getting, shall we? So we'll go through in alphabetical order, which does also mean the last two are the best two. So Agility of Bumblebee. Now, I kind of dig this one a lot, because initially Agility of Bumblebee was him kind of doing a little bit of a flip while being shot at. The new artwork is so much more dynamic and awesome. Now, I suppose I should remind you at this stage, for those that don't know, all of these cards are from Wave 1 of the Transformers TCG, and what they really did there was found panels from existing comic books to essentially show the card. What they've got now is actual commissioned artwork, which is absolutely wonderful. Agility of Bumblebee gives you an orange icon and +1 attack. It is a utility, and +1 attack on a utility is cool. While it's on Bumblebee and he attacks, you draw a card. Bumblebee's just not been that great. Bumblebee from Wave 2 is still one of my very, very favourite cards we've ever seen. The reality is Bumblebee decks have never really risen to the top. If at any point they do, I think it's fair to say this card becomes a whole heap better. As it stands, it's probably not going to see a huge amount of play, just because Bumblebee doesn't see a huge amount of play. But given that the Bumblebee that I love lets you draw more cards in bot mode, and play an extra action in alt mode, drawing more cards because of Agility of Bumblebee has got to be a good thing. Somewhere there is a Bumblebee deck that's drawing lots of extra cards and playing lots of extra actions. Bombing Run is a plane. It's a plane card. It's for planes. It's not a plane, but it is a card for planes. Gives you a blue icon, and it's an action card that lets you choose an enemy character, and you move 1 damage counter from each of your planes to that enemy. Cool. It's a more dynamic version of the older card. I really like the artwork on these new cards. I think I like them all better. Yeah, no, I do. I think all of them have got better artwork here. Now, Bombing Run was a really cool one before, but it was also one of the easier ones to find a comic that really showed off what we were looking to show. But we've got far more of free planes coming in and really bombing, rather than just a plane flying over an explosion. Although, to be clear, nothing against the original artwork. They were all very, very nice as well. I adore the artwork in this game. Bombing Run is a really nice one for planes, but again, planes just haven't taken over. Back in Wave 1, there was a plane deck with Thundercracker and all of that I was experimenting with, and I know a lot of other people were. Just a cheeky damage deck. And in a cheeky damage deck, being able to heal some of your characters while moving damage over is really fun. And of course, there is a really nice combo here with Photon Bomb. Photon Bomb does 2 damage to every character, really indiscriminately. 2 to all of yours, 2 to all of your opponents. And it doesn't even have an icon, it's so good. But then if you play Bombing Run afterwards, all of your characters are there on 1 damage, and all but one of your opponent's characters are on 2, and that third one is on, well, 2 plus however many characters you have in play. That's kind of cool, ladies and gentlemen. That's kind of cool. Cargo Trailer is one where the maths has always messed us up a little bit. Now, we've still got, I want to say that's still Optimus. I'll be honest with you, I'm bad at identifying Transformers sometimes. But the point is, it's just a bit more zoomed out. you get to see just a little bit more, and he's got his headlights. You can kind of see his face a little bit. I like it. It's cool artwork. Cargo Trailer itself is one that's always been a bit annoying and confusing because of the maths. It is an upgrade utility with a blue icon that can only be put onto trucks, and the upgraded character gets +1 attack for each cargo trailer on it, and up to 3 cargo trailers can fit in its utility slot. Now, 1 cargo trailer gives you +1 attack 1 times 1. 2 cargo trailers actually gives you +4 attack. Each cargo trailer gives you +1 for each cargo trailer. There are 2 cargo trailers. Each cargo trailer gives you +2. 2 times 2 is 4. And by the same logic, 3 cargo trailers actually gives you 3 times 3, which is 9. It rarely works. Like, actually getting all 3 cargo trailer on before your opponent either KOs the character or gets rid of them is extremely difficult. But it still remains possible. Though, as a quick side note here, if you do manage to get it on there, you win. Like, if you can actually get 3 cargo trailers on a character, then it's going rather well indeed, frankly. We're also getting a lovely alternate art version of Fusion Cannon of Megatron. Now, it's kind of a weird one because the original art had Megatron firing. This gives you just a close-up of the cannon, but look, it's a card of the cannon. It ain't no Megatron card. It is a Fusion Cannon of Megatron card. Gives you a blue icon, +1 attack, and it's a weapon that, while on Megatron, gives you PS3. Now, of course, we do have a weapon that gives you PS3 already. It's Piercing Blaster, which gives you a white icon and is an upgrade weapon and is in Wave 1, but it doesn't give you the +1 attack. Of the cards here, it's one of the easier ones to cut out of decks, because white icons go into whatever deck you're playing. No matter what deck you're playing, you need some white icons. First one you flip during your attack or defense lets you flip 2 extra cards. And the fact of the matter is that if you're not playing a wholly Megatron deck, then Fusion Cannon and Megatron only works for some of your characters, Piercing Blaster works for them all. But it's still a fun card. But the last 2 are by far the best 2 and the ones that are going to see the most play. Ion Blaster of Optimus Prime artistically fits with what we just saw from the Fusion Cannon. It's a close-up of the blaster, rather than the old artwork which showed you Optimus Prime holding said blaster. It is an upgrade weapon that can only be put onto Optimus Prime, and it gives you +2 attack and +1 defense. And we have seen this on so many decks in the past, because Optimus Prime has been amazing. The Wave 1 Optimus Prime, the Battlefield Legend, the one that actually you're getting the fancy plastic alternate art version in the set, is, I mean, at this stage, it's gone down as the best character that we've had in the game. The Wave 3 General Optimus Prime has been really good, and there are a lot of people very excited about the Wave 4 General Optimus Prime, though this is one of those where we're going to have to wait a little bit, because the Energon Invitational, that is happening very, very soon, and the reality is, any testing we've done, any play at our locals, means very little compared to the results of the first really big tournament we've had, so that's going to be our real test of how good Wave 4 General Optimus Prime is. But the fact remains, Optimus Prime has seen a huge amount of play. Getting +2 attack and +1 defense is really nice, and it's very, very likely this will continue to see play in the future. Plus, don't sleep on the fact you're actually getting extra defense on your weapon slot here, which is rather tasty indeed. And then Start Your Engines is just the best of them. Start Your Engines is phenomenal. Now, Start Your Engines in terms of the artwork, we got a very similar thing going on. We got a bunch of cars racing, except, and I've used this word a lot, I apologise, it's so much more dynamic. There's so much more going on, and I think it really is just because the art has been commissioned to tell a particular story. They just look like they're going faster. It looks like more of a race. Really, the new art looks like a race, whereas the old art looks like a busy freeway. Motorway, as we'd say in the UK. Regardless, it's a phenomenal card. It's an action with a blue icon, but it lets all of your characters that have a car mode flip into car mode, and then you untap one of your cars. This is one of the reasons cars have been so good in the Transformers trading card game, because we've also had things like turbo boosters, which have also untapped your cars, so essentially you're just getting, well, it depends. You're either getting extra turns, or if you end up with more characters untapped when your opponents are all tapped, you're getting extra attacks instead. But either way, Start Your Engines has been absolutely instrumental in making cars so gosh darned good. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, 6 alternate art cars. Now you've seen the old art and the new art, and we've had a lovely discussion as to how good they might be. So I think we're pretty much done, at least for this video. Don't worry, there'll be plenty more. For now, I'd like to know what you think about all of this. What are the cards like? Do you think they're playable? Do you like the artwork? Do you prefer the old art or the new art? Go nuts in the comment section, but please do remember the rule. Be nice, would you? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where we talk Transformers and a whole bunch of other games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all of that good stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would you? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.